digital twin of the world that they can control, that is disconnected from spirit. And
I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. In the bright glow of the dawn, I see myself clearly, bringing in a new day. The old way of doing things is done. I don't care what you say. Monsters don't sleep under your bed. They sleep inside your head. And if you haven't done the shadow work and left behind is where you stay. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the street. We gotta protect plus homeschool our babies is a must. They not just no moms, but also no pops. These Moloch worshiping pedophiles wanna feed out children's spirits to robots. Turn all of us from carbon-based to silicone-based. Should be where the shit show stops. Get back to doing for ourselves. Water system, irrigation, and grow crops. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. I'm saying, I'm not.
Put the rifle back. Put the rifle back up. Yeah, it went dead, Papa. Come on. Yeah, I like to keep my music going. I know you. I heard. What you doing? It went dead, man. I think we was playing that classical music. I should put it up to the TV, huh? Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. It's too bad, man. You know what we're going to do is start out, put it up on the TV. That's the wrong one. I'm not, you already went outside. You go outside a little bit. We was talking about my brother in UK. Yeah. Pull this up. There we go. What's up, man? You ain't getting no catnip, bro. Yeah, we're gonna wait for it to sleep. That's good. We'll let it blow it up for a minute. should have. That thing really went dead, didn't it? Let me see. Says right one.
In the beast cuffs, realize, they tried to teach us spiritual, mental, physical diet. They tried to feed us the fire of our ancestors resides in each of us. With that, I'm inspired to turn this heat up. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus, my decision is to war with this beast. Through tones, melodies, tones, and beats. When the time comes, shoot it out
In the middle of the streets. Stop trying to scratch my
We're
foot.
really approaching almost like it's a Frankenstein moment. And they're framing it to us as, innovation, right? We should all be so excited that this is happening. And, I equate it to like the Golem bringing in like these robots. They would like to feed our life force to learn us in every tiny detail, not to empower us, but to actually transform us into a robotic simulation that is under their full control.
Come on. You almost there, bro. Almost there. Survive. Come on. Yeah, what's up?
I do it dance for Chi-Town, who am I but Chi-Town? You young fool, I'm too fly to just slide down. Blue sky but high ground, my crown slash helmet. So my aircraft stealth fit, can't be tied down, my evil seat belted. I look down, I see green like a Celtic. My heat pulverizes, the cheese is melted. The remnants of cash money, I dispelled it. You did the fusions in my eyes, I beheld it. The finger fucked, the cards, my hand, I dealt it. Felt the vibration from the gut of my pelvic. The bus off with some ice, just unveiled shit. So radiant, I keep it dark room well lit. Cause you little goofies are well quick. Body for real, monkey velvet. Body not for Mars, just a female split. As a kid, all I did was fight. I did the bit with a knife. I know I can spit my flows and shit to a fly. So haters wanna crucify a real man. I still stand with the still hand, but we're healing man. It's not Cypress Hill, I'm Tuttle Sheep. I'm one tough cookie, I don't follow, I set standards. Catch me, you gon' have to do more than scamper. Need more than scanners, I'm off the radar. I am as your goofies play God. Some worship the Christ, others pray to Allah. Chase a high, drink paper or bruh. You stagnated, well I straight evolve. At a ring, I'm data space AC, y'all. Buster stuck in the cage, face off. After the shape escape, use a fake, a fraud. Battle start intergalactic, my mindset. Perfect comes from practice, so I run best. I excel like a climbing the step. You got a lot to learn. I am adept, you of no concern. I am a threat. My measurement went from this height and depth. I'm just piracy, up. Flying a jet, straight to adversary. Once you come was like a Bradbury. I'm a thorough guy, goddammit. It's the best you compare of a fly bandit. Mohawk, aliens, aerodynamics. And it's like I'm an arrow in precise transit. A Christian Caroline's with your fans get. The rules and pearls what I transmit. Or I transcript. Or I just spit it off the top. It's either shit or get off the pot. This shit's hot.
I know you can't do nothing if you're wrong. Listen to me, young people, old people too, mostly black people. I'm talking to you.
Sure. Y'all really thought that I was done with y'all. Nah. I'm really down over y'all. Fellas up. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bond or wet. Here's a big fact. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Bow mouth, Big Mac. But the earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. Enough with the chit chat. I see through the side eyes. Looking past the shine spot. Third eye gang straight flash. I don't eat pork, but I will fry cops. For foes, my heart's always an icebox. I'm saying that ice. From the skybox, you got scope on you pills. The shit was some rules. Some of our folks are still dumb. Death and blind to the fact that love, we gon' have this real show. Warrior spirits inside me. That's where it's real from. The world's a stage. age, page after page, script is played out. They keep us engaged, they keep arranged. This is played out. Rules of a dying society should be disobeyed out. Forehead and knees off the floor should have been prayed out. The draft is on, COVID's no issue. Could've blown the intention. Now it's control who blows the whistle to who holds the pistol. The debacle's about who owes who the fiscal. Disregard the original issue. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bottom or wet. Here's a big fact. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Now, big bang. Whether earth is round or flat. We run our shit back. Ain't fool is known by his speed. Yet if I don't speak, I suffer defeat. I'm other than we, a sucker or me. Stand on 2 feet, or drop the other cheek. The wise man known by his silence. OC disguise compliance. Silence by guidance. From conspiring to nervous. Other aspirants of violence. Tyrants of fire. Straight as drainers who hide. I'm straight and defiant. And environments and migrants, I'm hearing the sirens. Ring in my ear, they got indictments. These pedophiles, murders, groupies, and hymen. Alignments, the assignment. I'm not the wisest, I'm non-client. My refinement and confinement, the requirements for this climate. Y'all push on the paperwork, or y'all can protest, but they can't escape this work. I vow to progress, don't duck, no wreck. Drill music for real. My soul ain't no process. We're foolish with no deal. Ain't playing with nothing. It's personal, know what the business is. Big monsters come full circle, so vacate your premises. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bound or whack. Here's a big thing. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Now, or big bang. Whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bound or wet. Here's a big thing. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Now, big bang. Whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. I'll keep you up. Shines your symbols for the conscious minds, y'all. And with that on the temple, draw. I had a vision the past night, yet a circulus round created successful reality from a virtual now. How? Stand on my square cause they usurp your power. Them same little sneaky breezes that hurt you face. Now all up in your face, all up in your space. And I ain't talking all bras but dogs with whole trace. So I walk tall kittens while y'all cross slow race. I stay focused on walking through them tall gold gates. Draw magic circle around me to keep me from harm. The law fast checks, purposely but completely I'm calm. Mortified at earth, turn me from that peace to a bomb. Blow the drinkers but the range the plane the sentiments. I've encompassed my inner demons. 490-degree angles guarded by angel of shiny eating angels. Thank you and I of course am the chief triangle. If I die before I wake, well at least I'm flying plain view. I am my circle, how I govern 4 corners. Rise as a serpent for certain amongst foreigners. Out of state, out of place in the space they storing us. Learning firsthand of what fate was forewarned of us. How we call wind blowing, I spit flows, dope man fly in the shell at shower, Hampton kept slow. Stay high, years later he's the same degree, just gained density. Gave my synopsis, he's hostage. I prayed I could say I behave by locals. I've raised my moral ground, way have my character. Stay fly, the conduct squared up. Self-esteem, the day sky, new God. I'm what the world's been waiting for, the days not. They out there and I don't abide by the same ethics. They fame, respect, yet obtain the credit for keeping the obelisk erect, but with strange ethics. But the epic of my name will reign and remain epic. So prescribe my passions, my squares, my lift. Ask, is it worth the ride? Yeah, it's rash spit, but the beach churchified, so I bear my shit. It hurt, I cried as kid, and then it tried to eclipse my soul, bounce back from it. Announce it, I'm done with being a sacrificial lamb. That jungle I run it, thus the lion conquereth over this numbness. Made a conscious shift, even in dark of the sunlit. On you false lights, gonna have to be gold to glitter. Actors with the partridges for show, go figure you did. clown and you baboon or gorilla. I'm built like a silverback with hella track, no illa max than me. Masturbate her back, originally pretty. Take the mask off, 360 on my square. See the circle, if not your mask off. You promise, dash your salt. The dialogue's trash talk, your past lost. Leave a footprints in the asphalt. You've an outline correction, last roll. I blast off, I crash off to the next zest of living. Secretly, section whose ass off. When she walked the ass off, I told back to it like who makes your Yanni sing. Her response, she dons me king. So Rudy gave me the script, my ops the prescription. This is my vision's description. Listen, I'm standing on mine, my circle is me. I absorb your hate to make it work for me. Transform into fuel as I evolve. Advances abnormal, dormant, form and leave y'all. Right where y'all started at. Let me impart a fact. She'll be sitting in my ship as we chart the map. Thinking in destiny, the turtle and the head. Acknowledge me as the circle and the square. Yeah. Now watch time and space rock the great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her mate the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge one is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her mate the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge one is when the rhyme and bass rock. I rose up, took a shower, purified my auric field, took copper for a wall to ensure my chlorophyll is pumping. Done some curls for sure, I've more to build. Solid foundation, my crown chakra core and heal. Pound the pavement, sacred ground, freedom I stand for. Free all political prisoners of war, man or woman and child, resilient and all foreign and alien entities. I decree this morning, send them back to whence they came. It's the peace laugh or war cry, whatever the relevant name of each path, simple highest form, spiritualities, how you teach math, a humble beach is still a beach. Now feel the beach raft, rain fire upon them as the internet forms, sigils, emojis, and the avatars that wore them. Destroy this de facto government and its quorums, establish Big Ma's house so she may restore him. A great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her mate the patriarch. Most social media saviors I face, marks once we make knowledge one is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her mate the patriarch. Most social media saviors I face, marks once we make knowledge one is when rhyme and bass rock. The next host, note to self, quick plan, hit the gas, this shaft is called my turn, take the risk and splash. Most of them got vaccinated with chips in their ass, plus rappers sacrificing each other for grist in their cash. Stashing, watch videos without the subliminals, rejected, programming weirdos, from minstrel shows. The land's contaminated, fruits and vegetables, like minerals, the water and skies are fried. Liquid chemicals, technology got me here in front of my desktop, perusing these beats and whatnot for my best option, contemplating which bar will next pop to unlock the minds that are stuck within a Xbox. Off the chart, I continue to climb, watching the rest flop like carp fishing, 100% fresh shark water. I'm on the front line, X marks the spot. I shine because of her, but she's the best part. A great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her mate the patriarch. Most social media saviors I face, marks once we make knowledge one is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her mate the patriarch. Most social media saviors I face, marks once we make knowledge one is when the rhyme and bass rocks.
Ancient tiny secret now. Yes. Did you not pay attention in your history class, partner? Wake up. Yes, sir. Partner, wake up. Yes, sir. Partner, wake up, son. It is written that there's nothing new under the sun. Nothing new. It that the first shall be last and the last shall be first. So take your position. Don't you know you are part of that scripture, yo? Yo, you've been getting in the way and what you knock you down. Yes, but we gonna bring the light, yeah. A Max Speed production, baby. You know what it is. Listen, I'm known to tell you to fight back. There's no need to sell crack just to live fat. Why don't black superstars simply give back when they know it's a struggle just to live black? Can you picture that, Mr. Aristocrat? I'm coming from the bottom, rising to the top, and conscious is the tone on the CDs I drop. I won't flip-flop like a black bass, but I will put a message in the song before I hook your ass. See, we first class living, worse than slaves of the earlier days, and we adapted the ways of the slave master. I stand upon it, the very rock which put your people in bondage just to get 100. The big face kind, and it don't matter if it's making people lose their freaking mind. That's why I'm speaking mine, hopefully to change yours, to pull you out of these streets from these drugs and strange whores. Huh. Is there love out there? Is anybody there? Is there love out there? It's like we died inside, no longer having pride. We're still for rides, a new skill to hide. And like the red tide, go and get our heads dyed. Rebel against the laws in the cities we reside. Sleep the circumstance, though our eyes open wide. Fail to coexist, let alone coincide. Eat chicken many ways, but prefer it fried. Like your man on death row when his relatives cry. It's death a mistake because somebody lied. And we can only pray that Christ is by his side. Convicted on the statement implied with no proof. Now goes the board and cry that he killed another youth. I never sprayed it in here. That's why we stay in the booth. He's like, just cause it ain't enough.
It's like, yo, what is that? Doolies,
and
man.
if they overlook our voices, then we raise
like
the
that?
roof. Which one of y'all
smells
do?
Good, right? Shit, Debbie. You like that? Doolies. I'm a country boy, so you know. It's good shit. Of course nobody cares. What's happening, y'all? I'm gonna shout y'all out before I even get started. I want to keep this tight. I was talking to my brother Kwame Nant. He's in the description and his music over in UK. I'm not gonna tell you where at. We'd like to see him get here and get here before he kick your rack off, so that way he be here. You know what I'm saying? He's Guyanese. Well, to me, he's Caribbean. He's one of us, regardless. Because you know a lot of our people went all over the place. And if you were to see his profile, you would be like, you're looking at an Egyptian king or something like that. But yeah, I love talking about, and you know I don't like the word love, but to stay on the plateau, I love talking to my brothers and sisters. I haven't talked to Paul Cook, but he's still putting up stuff. He just put up some excellent information on Instagram and YouTube. For those who don't follow Paul Cook, check out his YouTube channel. Phenomenal light-skinned brother. I don't have to say light-skinned, but some of you will go over there and be like, oh, he's white. Just shut up. He's one of our brothers, okay? He's doing phenomenal work. People who seek the truth are different. I don't care who you is. There's a reason why a few days ago I showed you all these Asians with afros. And we're not talking about perms. We're not talking about people going in and because they respect us, because the media don't put that out there, and the people come to this world are created and put into that narrative of that fictional white narrative. And that's the problem of the world, sadly. I showed you because most people don't know the truth of history. And people absorb the lies created by the very enemy who takes crafty counsel with the very governments that's supposed to be in your favor. As you see, I put up there, Yeonmi. I was gonna play some stuff to do a reaction. It's better to have it in video. I didn't feel like sitting over there and doing that. So I'm just gonna talk about, because I've been following her for a number of years since she's been over here, author, YouTuber, blah blah blah, speaker. But she recently talked to some of these brainwashed, so-called liberal, and they're brainwashed, mentally conditioned students. And she gets right to the point. And some people would say, well, how is she still alive? Well, you need to know that. It's like for those of you who watch the guy Bustamante, what's his name? Bustamante or whatever, the CIA guy. And if you Google his name, you'll never see nothing negative. But if you put in anything else, you put in anyone, you're always going to find Bill Clinton. You're always going to find the pros, then you're going to see all the cons. You're going to see all the negatives. But it's funny that the CIA can go on Sean Ryan and talk on all these different platforms, get millions of views. He's so-called a person of color. And you don't see nothing negative. It's a plan. But most of you won't see that because you're so, what was I talking about? North, south, east, west. What was I talking about? The crown. What was I talking about? Your own self of ascension. They're watching this because they see more and more of the binoculars. I really don't want to be on here doing this shit. But I figure seeing they want to be hard-headed because I know the outcome of everything. And not what people think. You know, these monkeys who conspire to do what they're doing, y'all really don't get it. And I'm not trying to stop. I'm not attempting or no trial. And some of them will say, you can't. Anyway, I'm not here to stop shit. You have a choice. You have a choice. And the reason why I brought her up, because I'm going to talk about Cambodia, Yeonmi Park, is because she made a profound statement when talking to some of these miseducated, misguided young individuals. If you want to call yourself whatever generation, I'm so done with that. And you look at the media and how it plays out, regardless of the 21 Jump Street fed monkeys who run around, who've consumed with it and doing the things to further program and condition you, you know, that north, south, east, west, that beating around of information that's not centered. No proper frequency can function harmonically in this harmonic fluctuations. It's not going to happen. To which most people's lives right now, this harmonic fluctuations. They're all over. Every one of y'all is sporadic. And they can cause harm. You know, there's a form of light, which they're putting through the TV, all these updates on the phones and everything, that mitigates heart palpitations. And yes, y'all, they always knew this. There's people who got certain lights. They can hit you in your eyes with it, and next you know, your heart's about to fail. The mind of it, how it affects the eyes of the window to the soul. Why would the soul just be up here? To your whole presence. That's why I said you're sentient. But you don't want to, you want to get caught up in the sin, putting it outside of yourself as if something's evil. Isn't evil based upon love? Isn't love evil? Well, you flip the word around, what you got. You're under spell and you don't want, I mean, Deuteronomy talks about it, but you don't want to see it. Sin is the lower chakra. It has something to do with balance. But they want you to think that it's something perverse. That's why I don't listen to idiots when they come up, use a sinful mouth. You goddamn right. I'm as balanced as I can get. No, actually, you can get much more. Vibrate too much, then you won't be able to see you. And then the crown of who you are, the Christ factor. Where's the righteousness if you can't find it in the Rolodex? If all your actions are subjugated to a false precept or context of sin? Huh? So if you're confused about your grounding and you don't have a righteous Rolodex to pull from when you're discerning and making choices, gut instincts that's right where your diaphragm is, how can you pick apart and make the proper choice and have the proper decision? Well, I'm going to go ahead and share a few things. This is what the fuck I do. I prefer not to be doing it on this platform, but because you niggas aren't balanced, you're not in your sin, you don't know your Christ factor because your Rolodex is all fucked up, you can't make the proper decision based on gut instinct to make the proper choice. Only a very few have. And even then, it's not enough for me to sit down to be able to put up. But it's more, one is always enough, right? That's what they say. Well, one, if they have an ascendant, can be removed and there's no dialect to be given. So that's why I say you have a choice and you motherfuckers continue not to make a proper choice. So Yeonmi Park, Korean, born 4th October 1993, is a North Korean defector. I'm going to shout your names out. Just hold on. Defector, YouTuber, author, and American conservative activist. Now, I don't like the term conservative, but that is this way of saying they're not liberal, okay, based on some false democracy that's not in the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the amendments, or anything. There's no democracy anywhere, because you know who created it, the Gujarats. Just like the right-wing movement over in UK. That's a Jew pushing that. Just like the one that created the Ku Klux Klan here. You still got these dumb fascists running around talking about, which comes from Marxists. But you want to believe it has something to do with Zig Heil, which was Wild Suit here, based on the Republic? That ain't create shit. But they sure did a mishmash of passing all around the world, just like Hindustan is still Hindustan. It ain't India. But that name was passed in 1950 what? Because they need you not know who you are, just like the Native American movement of foreigners coming on the soil, not born here, and that later would go to Wild Bill, motherfucking Wild West traveling circus, who was a Shriner and a fucking Mason, who worked close with Herzl and all them motherfuckers. Walter Plecker knew him, right? To make you devoid of the land, that they put these Arab and Ket people who are playing Indians with all this dress up shit. That's why I get tired of seeing you Negroes put these big feathers on your head. You look like a fucking retard. But it really belongs to our people as far as when it comes to the tobacco Indians and all that kind of shit. The Dutch Indies and all that stuff, right? Yes. Native Americans, ain't had no tobacco statues until motherfucking the 80s when they started removing them. We were always the original ones, going all the way back to the fucking 40s and 50s, because we're the ones that cultivated tobacco. How the fuck can you do that in the desert land without no grass? Anywho, I'm tired of the jamboree. The shambles is bullshit. Now, this is not spewing hate. This is to get you motherfuckers to start looking at your real circumstance, because you know how many motherfuckers have been removed from certain lands who are supposed to be native, but you don't see the media talking about that. And they told them the truth. But you still want to argue, well, that's a game, a fair thing. Because, see, the dumbest people are always going to make the poor decisions and the worst choices. And I don't want to hear about these goofy Pan-African niggas. Y'all did one brother wrong. And some of you know you fucking did it. Yeah, he's in New York. You pissed him off. Marry who the fuck you want to marry if you want to do that marriage shit, which is not our way. Okay? But his wife, a beautiful woman, regardless of Spanish or Native, whatever the fuck, that's his wife. But you pissed him off. So you got him going against you. How do you feel about it now? No, you motherfuckers that do that debating and arguing and fighting with each other, you stupid motherfuckers. And I'm talking directly to you motherfuckers who be on Facebook. I don't give a fuck how you feel. I have no respect for people who are compulsive and who have no respect for themselves. And you know exactly who the fuck I'm talking about. All right? You're stupid. I like the brother. Now, I know I sound like I talk negative, not because I want him to check himself. He don't have to do what he's doing, but he's tired of the bullshit too. Now, he is in a liberal city. Man, there's some shit in the water, in the air. But everybody has a choice. And who am I to say what he chooses to say or not? Some of you motherfuckers need to back the fuck up. Like one motherfucker out of so-called many billions, like as if what the fuck you doing matters when you haven't even ascertained yourself to rise above the occasion. The beautiful sister here, Korean, is a North Korean defector, YouTuber, author, American conservative activist. Described as one of the most famous North Korean defectors in the world. Come on, they got to dramatize every fucking thing, these fucks. She fled North Korea to China in 2007 at age 13 before moving to South Korea, then to the United States. Do you know what she said about fucking China? She says, do you know that how many people who make it out of North Korea that end up in China? You know what China does to them? The rich motherfuckers? They take them while they're alive, just like they were doing the Muslims, and they harvest their organs, and then they put them in a room to let them die. Sometimes they live for weeks. Check her out. See what she's got to say. And I'm just going to say a few things. But what she says is funny because Obama and all these motherfuckers been knowing about it. But why they don't say shit? The media? Because China pays them. And y'all think it's about the dollar, right? Well, the people in the higher places, they have little goofy monkeys, it doesn't matter about bloodline, who put them in a position because of their perversions, because they know that they're going to act appropriately. Who's the worst enemy in America? Is it the so-called American people? The so-called citizens of the U.S.? Some foreign bullshit. I know. It's the FBI, the CIA, and it's all them motherfuckers. AFT, NFL, the ATF, or whatever the fuck. All of them are the fucking enemies to the people right now. Why did I read about Lincoln? Why was I telling y'all about the movie Holiday Inn in 1940? I was telling you about Bing Cosby. When I was reading, remember when I was reading about Abe Lincoln being melanated? The factious descriptions, even his father talks about their own identity. But these fake motherfuckers got you fooled because of that. With every war, when they feel like they won, they rewrite the history. And then they put front faces out there. So we always talk about the Rockefellers and this Vanderbilts, the Bushes, goddamn Rothschilds and blah, 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 blah. Them motherfuckers are front people too. They're bullshit artists, just like the fake king and queen of England. Giving free passes, You know, like License to Kill. You know, motherfuckers going to murder people based on what somebody says. Then they come back and realize it's fucked up. You know how many brothers committed suicide after going overseas who are great people, wonderful with other people's children, married to a wonderful woman? And then they take their life because they saw how they act in the drinking and even using drugs. Y'all don't get what's going on. And what does the government do? I mean, you know how many motherfuckers I listened to went to an outside doctor and got evaluated and told what it was, took it to the VA, and the VA dismissed it. And they gave him a whole bunch of psychotropics and a whole lot of shit and fucked them up. Look at me. They had me on this shit for over 16 years. I was supposed to be on it for no more than fucking 5 to 6 weeks. They don't give a goddamn in the civilians. It's the monkeys in there. Why am I saying this? Why am I saying this? They'll talk like they care. There's a reason why I told you about the Cour Noir, right? When they go into the synagogue, that they stay this fucking oath to their fictionalized, made-up belief that you don't matter. There's no treaty. There's no motherfucking anything made with you. No pact, no nothing. But they'll put it up in front of your face and act like everything is. Look at this fake motherfucking some bitch called Biden. Y'all call you president, you dumbasses. And look at the dumb niggas where you from who go, yeah, we're going to vote for Biden. Fuck Trump. Didn't that little homosexual that belonged to one of the original founders of the Black Panther movement go to his father after he was interviewed and says Trump was a good friend? He gave Black Panther Party money. He hung out with him. But then his little faggot son went over there because he's a liberal fucktard and brainwashed. He went over there and corrected his father and found a hole in his head saying, yeah, you know, as if, but he still was defending the fact that Trump was always around the people. But see, this is the problem. And I'm not sitting there saying vote for Trump. God damn. What I'm saying is how niggas can be blinded because of other foolish niggas beside and around them. Negroes, whatever the fuck you want to call them. The comedians can say it and it's all right. I was 3 years a stand-up comedian, so I guess I'm making comedy right now. All right? See, nobody likes the truth because it disputes and it breaks down their fucking irrational, rational behavior. Right? Well, how come you ain't talking about Park? Shut the fuck up and let me get to where I'm going because I'm telling the story. It's funny when you can hear motherfuckers thinking and they don't know how to think. So anyway, all this stuff comes out and you see this shit. Now this man is an old man now. One of the original founders of the Black Panther Party. And he's pushing that African-American shit. That's conditioning as well. Because when the Black Panther was founded, there was nothing about no African-American. Do you see how easy it is to change the times? And then you got this little homosexual, his grandson, go up in there, ain't that right, Grandpa says, you know, like they winning something. But now you see what they've been doing over the last motherfucking 6, 7 years, getting all these homosexuals in the police department and the FBI and you see it. And they have no problem because they feel like they've been abandoned by now. I protected the motherfuckers. You look at that as a guardian angel. What the fuck? But I'm just saying it was my duty, and I know the darkness that was part of it. To let no harm befall no fucking body, whether running in the building when a fire was happening before the fire department and manholes were popping up, all right, running in the building to get families knocking on doors, breathing in smoke and shit. I mean, I took firefighting in the Navy and we had to refresh all the time, first aid. So I knew what the fuck I was doing. When the Guardian Angels, we kept it up to date, right? So here it is. You got these wayward motherfuckers just wanting to be the perversions that they are because it feels good, it feels right. So that means the whole motherfucking country must fall down because of these worthless ass professors and these teachers who allow this shit and these sorry ass sisters who sit there pushing this homosexual shit. It's mostly you worthless ass sisters pushing this shit. You won't debate me because I'll fuck each one of you up in a debate. Anyway, we can get down to the metaphysics and the science of it all and show where you're fucking dilapidated. So anyway, she fled from North Korea, China in 2007 at age 13 before moving to South Korea, then the United States. Any of y'all ever heard her harrowing story? It's phenomenal. So what she said to this one individual that made a dumbass statement, she says it's funny. She says in America, you have choices. She says in China, you know, they're harvesting organs from people while they're alive, while it's fresh. You know, if you cut a plant, right? When you pick the apple, do you know how long you got to eat it before it doesn't have no vittles or mineral worth? In a few days. You literally got to eat, but you're hitting all this shit that's harvested by this great, this is what I'm saying, this is control, this great industry. and puts it on these shelves that sits there. Now they rotate the shit. They bring the new ones to the bottom and the old ones to the top. You eat it and you think you're benefiting yourself. You're making a turd. You're getting a little something. But it's not like growing it next to where you live out in your backyard and having an apple tree, Johnny apple tree, to go and pick it and eat it fresh. The benefits are far surpass anything. And eating all this garbage ass fast food that they could put anything in. I mean, what did the motherfucker say over there at that little meeting? I was gonna play the real video, and I says, no, I can quote it. The guy asked them in the House Committee meeting where they do the ATF and all, they says, so what are they putting in the vaccine? He says, well, we can now, they have successfully been able to put it in tomatoes and lettuce. Oh, and tobacco. 3 of the most motherfucking used goddamn things. But supposedly, they're supposed to let you fucking know. You know, you gotta have a head of lettuce over here and a head of load. This is how these motherfuckers lies. What do you need it for? When now it's well over on YouTube now. It's over on all the platforms, Japan, Netherlands, all these places. They can't hide it no more. It's killing people. Ain't no fact checking to it. That's done. Somebody in the system's getting it right and they're realizing, well, billions of motherfuckers got the UOP anyway, right? So what is it? She said to this motherfucker, this goofy, fat, 4-eyed, misrepresented, misled, brainwashed motherfucking delusional. She said to her, a lot of the Korean women are put up in hostels and held as slaves for sex. Some of them are abused. Some of them are even used worse than that. And then they're left to die. But did you ever hear that from the fucking media? And she says, why does it happen? Why does the American media don't talk about it? She says, I don't know. Maybe because Obama and them are paid by China. Biden and all. Yeah. Well, goddamn, you know that. They've been talking about it and they do a quick cleanup. The very motherfucker's supposed to protect the interests of this so-called country. This fake-ass government. Now, y'all can research this shit. You ain't got to take my word for it. So I'm saying, in the studies, the things I've studied, what I've watched, what I've listened to, based upon my opinion. So we can clarify this. All right? Because you know the little fucking fagtards want to go, we put a gold in England. We couldn't put no bullshit. I've watched enough goddamn of these ads, and some of them are demented. So, y'all can look at Yeonmi Park. Yeonmi Park, okay? Watch your videos, listen to it for yourself, okay? Some of you might want to go ahead and put together a little video showing this in its legitimacy instead of, I'm an oral teacher. I'm somebody that comes from a history when shit's passed down and then you have a remembrance. And that good information that I got allowed me to have a fucking recall, and then I accepted who the fuck I was, and that scared the fuck out of me. These dumb motherfuckers don't know. And I don't want them to know. Watching, looking, doing dumb shit, they're setting themselves up. But regardless of that. So, a lot of you are very well aware of the Khmer Rouge, right? What was it? 70, at the end of the war, 75 to 79, they went on a murdering spree. And if I remember right, it was supposed to be Pol Pot or some shit like that. But the individual, they don't tell you everything. All right? Let me see if I can pull up something here. Okay? Because you know me, I like to read from shit, the Washington Post, Holocaust Museum in Houston, and blah, 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 blah. I want to make sure, I don't want to just make some shit up. That's why I say research it yourself. It's putting the information out there. Okay? So, you know the Killing Fields was popularized by major motion pictures. Well, the one that was the Killing Fields, remember the female, and which was phenomenal, and the doctor that survived supposedly, well, his murder. He died. The Killing Fields, the Khmer pronunciation, all right, are sites in Cambodia where collectively more than 1,300,000 people were killed and buried by the Communist Party of Kampuchea during Khmer Rouge rule from 1975 to 79. Immediately after the end of the Cambodian Civil War of 70 to 75. The Khmer Rouge held power in Cambodia for just under 45 months. 45 fucking months, y'all. That's a little under a year and a little over a year and 3/4, right? A little over. And left 1.6 to 3 million Cambodian civilians, almost 2 million, dead through starvation, torture, execution, medical experiments, untreated diseases, forced marches, forced labor, and other forms of violence. Now, there were some foreigners that died there, and I think it was 4 Americans and a New Zealander, some Brits and all that stuff. I think it was, I forget how many it was. But anyway, Pol Pot, born May 19, 1925, Kampong Thong province in Cambodia, died April 15, 1998. He got to live that long. Should tell you a whole lot. Near Anglong Vang, along the Cambodia-Thailand border, was a Khmer political leader who led the Khmer Rouge totalitarian regime of 1975 to 79. In Cambodia that imposed severe hardships on the Cambodian people. What they don't tell you is they were murdering all the scientists, all the doctors, all the teachers. They believe that they worked with the Westerners based on U.S. fucking war narratives of the CIA and all what they were fucking doing, because we weren't supposed to be in fucking Vietnam, but because you know how the French and the Portuguese, all these little light-skinned motherfuckers get along with these goujars. This is what happens with a bunch of stupid people believing in some fake white superiority that it never fucking existed. It never existed in the mind of the brainwashed, the delusional motherfuckers in this country. We were never fucking defeated. We're beating ourselves right now because we don't know how to come together. You niggas don't know how to make a proper choice. And the pale skins are running around. Even the ones that come on board don't know the fucking difference. You can go to the UK though. You can go in and over there. You don't really see racism. Except for the hate that's brewing right now, stemming from what's going on with the fake governments allowing shit to happen. Germany, France, right? Russia ain't playing with that shit. Let me take the internet off. Here go the faggots. Here they go. Hold on. Ain't no storm or nothing. Yep. Here they go. Here go the goofy butts. Anyway, I'll turn this shit off. Like I was saying, they don't know how to make heads or tails of anything because nobody wants to pay attention to what really is going on. Why nobody wants to pay attention? Why? Because these boys and these girls are fucked up. They made bad choices. And they've been lied to and they've been showing shit real and fake. And as y'all see, I mean, look at right now. You women, you are your own worst death. Why do I say that? Look at Mike Glover, the ODA, Green Beret. And with that, his wife, his ex-wife, whatever the fuck she said about him. Mental illness, children. This guy's making millions. He's about doing the right thing, training with some of the best folks. Lock the fuck up. And then the bitch recants the story and tells the truth. Excuse me for calling her that, but that's how she act. Mike Glover ain't beat his woman. He ain't lay hands on her. She's fucking crazy. I look at the armed cyclists and the armed fishermen. I look at how the people down there in Best Western in Florida, all these liberal motherfuckers, right? How the women call and report police shit. Yeah, he has a shirt on that says armed cyclist. He doesn't even have a gun on him. Yeah, he's standing out there. He walked up to the Best Western and he walked back out to the street. He never moved. He's got cameras. This is what these fucking so-called Latino white folks and so-called Latin, you know, everybody that think they're white because they got recessive straight hair and they think they got money because they got a business. This is what they fucking do in California, New York, and Jersey and everywhere. It's always been used as a fucking weapon. Oh, niggas part of it too. Don't get it twisted. They're both niggas to me anyway, because you know I don't believe in crayon colors. But in Florida, I lived there. I was stationed there. I know what the fuck I'm talking about with these goofy motherfuckers. But you got this dumb motherfuckers who got costumes who don't know the first thing about the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, or any fucking thing, who lament and they faking little secret societies or their perversions or their fucking institutionalized homosexual acts and lesbianism. And it's a perversion of the land. Has nothing to do with being righteous. You know I ain't big on religion and shit. I'm like, whatever you do in your bedroom is your fucking business. But to put it out there, to manipulate everything, this is the reason why she said what she says. You have choices. You have choices on what you want to eat, who you are, what you can do. But see, you allowing the fake government to be this reciprocal because you're beating around your head based on these goofy motherfucking agents in the media because you motherfuckers don't know how to stop watching them. Just like when I stated. Now, Bill Carson, he said the same thing. Shit, if just fucking a quarter of the people stop working, we can bring this fake ass government to the negotiation table. But because a lot of y'all are punks and you don't know how to get together and talk, but you sit up here and you act some kind of way, you see what you got going. I ain't biting my tongue. You know that. I am far beyond that. Okay. And she made these statements. So it's not me. I'm just saying shit based on what I see and what I've dealt with. And that's what the fuck I'm saying. So in IMO, in my opinion, y'all live in a fuck up world. Y'all keep feeding with energy. I mean, think about the hollow tree, right? They used to hold, what you call it, used to take and make wands and to cast spells and shit. Seemed like the shit probably worked because they took Hollywood from New York to California, across the fucking nation, and they put their little perversion out there. I mean, look at Clive Davis in the music industry. I'm a black woman. I'm an African woman in a Jew body. Like, what the fuck? And then Quincy Jones and all them sons of bitches. But y'all don't want to hear nothing about that. You don't want to have them kind of conversations that might give you a better process of thought while they poisoned all your food, fucked up all your water. I just had to send him out. This motherfucker, right? I got his name and address and everything, so he better not fuck around. Had to send the watermelon back. It's supposed to be organic. They sell it Safeway. Now, y'all remember I talked about the original owner, that motherfucker. He felt like, why we got to sell organic shit to these motherfucking peasants? The owner is Safeway. But now Safeway got his own brand based off of Lutheran, right, called Signature. But it's going everywhere. So who's it really? These motherfuckers lie, and yet you're going to buy this shit because you want to make a turd and you feel like you're hungry, like you got to get somewhere. Because you're afraid. You're afraid of death. They've got y'all really conditioned. Just go and check her shit out. Go and see what she's got to say. Look at what the fucking Khmer Rouge did and who they killed. Now, is that what they want? When people want to get civil war? Because that's what even my boy Kwame Nutt and a few other people I ain't going to mention have been saying. They look like the government wants civil war. They want motherfucker. Didn't Maxine Waters just say some goofy ass shit? Why is our ass not locked the fuck up with whole raggedy stank ass? She did it too, right? With the Biden and shit and the Trump motherfucking president, all these goofy bitches, huh? How about the bitch that got the old man that got pulled over, got coke and the crack and everything else like all the rest of them, right? I'm just asking somebody, let me know. And it 1.6 to 3 million motherfuckers, little under 2 years, murdered in schools, actually had children taking pickaxes, swinging on people's heads. You can't even imagine shooting them up with all kind of shit. But they want you to think about listen, man. And you think people are all got their senses together. Frequencies heal and cure, but they don't want you to know that. But you can sit here and say, okay, we can sit here and pull this up, right? (1936). The 440 hertz frequency, also known as concert pitch or A4, this is not even just 808, was accepted as the international standard for musical pitch in 1955. However, the American music industry had informally adopted the standard as early as the 1926. If you want to look at 1936, 10 years, right? Which we know this is 926 and we know it's 920, 950. We know that now. And some instrument manufacturers began using it. And some instrument manufacturers began using it in 1936. The American Standards Association recommended that all instruments be turned to 440 hertz so that they would sound pleasant when played together. Who the fuck need pleasant when they need healing? In 1937, the U.S. federal government began broadcasting a 440 hertz tone on the radio. The International Organization for Standardization, the ISO, adopted the standard in 1955 as recommendation R16 and formalized it in 1975 as ISO 16. And you think everything is normal in your thought process, who you are and how you think? How many people do I got viewing right now? Somebody please let me know. I can look for myself. I don't know because we know what they're doing. I don't give a fuck, but I'm just saying for the sake of you guys. Okay. Four. That's a damn shame. But it's all good. Anyway, for the new subscribers, I appreciate you. I'm always going to do something different. What I'm saying is most people believe they make proper choices. Now, I'm very aware I'm only going to reach 10%. And there are days when I know even less. That means reach all in solidarity. The rest doesn't even matter to me. I don't give a fuck. It's cannon fodder. So 1 out of 10 is fabulous. 1 out of 30 is magnificent. 1 out of 100, phenomenal. And that y'all would think that's backwards. No, you don't get it. Because those are the more powerful motherfuckers. So if I got 1 out of 1,000, I got a solid motherfucker. I don't give a fuck about the little agent because I can sway their thought regardless of what they've been conditioned to train to. And that's a fact. I'm not here to do that either. I think everything, when people do stuff, you need to be held, not an absconder. You need to be held accountable. A stinging nettle, excuse me. I'm going to show you this shit. I don't know. I remember I told you I stopped the order. I sent the one back. The other one I can't send back because I wanted to see what it was all about. Somebody mailed it to me. Okay? These motherfuckers, when I tell them, look, I don't want this shit. How did y'all get my shit? Because you know I'm on, I got Prime. Amazon Prime. So they send me out 5 samples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Of this fucking NZT 48. Wait a minute. This shit, I know that where they're getting the stuff to make this from China. What the fuck I want that synthetic shit for? And it's got caffeine. Y'all know how I am about caffeine. Motherfuck that shit. I can't stand no uppity shit. Especially when you're detoxing a system that they keep poisoning. I like the body. I like how it functions. I like what I was capable to do with it. But see, these motherfuckers is called limitless. These motherfuckers keep getting me fucked up. Now, this one you can see here, I had to open it and make sure this is the one that I first got. See that? Never took them. What the fuck I want to take with all caffeine? Is that the fucking thing to get the brain popping? Stop being stupid. And this is what I'm saying. People are conflicted and complex. I don't want this shit, but the fans, you ordered it. I guess there's somebody inside there playing games with everybody. I didn't order that shit. I didn't order that shit. Me telling somebody I don't want that, don't ever send it to me again. What the fuck are you doing? And even voicing my opinion to certain individuals about what's going on. Like even these motherfuckers with the water company. I hit them up. The motherfucker used to call me on the res. Remember I told y'all? I got a bottle in there. Smell like shit water. At least I bought 3 of them. So one of them I opened. I was like, what the fuck? Then the other one I poured on the plants to see what the I first seek forgiveness, Mama Earth, for those who get into that narrative. And I poured it in all the plants. Well, they can absorb. They can clean some shit. Remember I talked about the grapevine, how if you want to purify some fucking water. But the other one's in there. I didn't open that motherfucker. It was the same fucking batch. He told me, okay, yeah, we're going to send it so you can send it back. Like motherfucker, like I'm dumb. These motherfuckers are so stupid. And they know exactly what they're fucking doing because they're rotating all this mRNA shit, all this shit through everything. All right? And these fuckers think it's going to just slide on by. No, there's a lot of motherfuckers, man, who ain't tolerating this shit. The CIA still fucking flying around spraying chemicals, fucking with the sun. They don't want you to have guns. You got these fake motherfuckers who saying you can't have, like, who the fuck? There ain't nobody taking shit because you got a lot of fucking homosexuals and monkeys who are brought over here, foreigners, put on the costume, who don't know shit, that everybody's going to bow down. No, the government knows that motherfuckers going to one day fight these motherfuckers. That's how the Civil War happens, where they can let the UN, who's on our land, bunch of pussies, Start fucking with people and mercenaries. You got a ton of them here. I know a couple personally. Doesn't mean everybody's going to partake. I can't say nothing other than that. The problem is most of you motherfuckers are sleeping. You don't have to be part of none of that shit, regardless of what comes out afterwards. You have a choice. But you motherfuckers want to hold on to a fictional world, don't you? You want to hold on to where you've been conditioned and brainwashed. I guess they want to hold you there too. So hold on. Hold on, man. Hold on. Don't you come behind my ass either. Hold the fuck up. Okay, I don't know why the power is still out. I'm not fretting these door unlocked. I don't know what's going on, but it is what it is. I'll talk to the manager here soon anyway. But anyway, again, so I just want, I'm getting off of here. I wanted to come over here and shake the tree a little bit. I told my brother I'd be going live. I didn't share it to him. I should have. I know he would have came in and commented, "Hey, I'm Baby Girl Scholar. Sorry for not shouting out delusions." I guess that was about it. Snoo, what's up, baby? Who else is Omac, TRU, Jason Knight, Indigo Turtle. So I don't know who's still in here, but I appreciate everybody coming in. And grand ascension, everybody, because it's important. Now, I'm not being mean to the system. I don't need to. There's Hawa and there's Jannah. There's darkness and there's light. By the narrative of what you've been grafted into, it's not that serious. And light and darkness don't really exist the way you think it does. That's the whole topic for something else. We're going to go outside. Just relax, man. And you have choices, y'all. And I'm not asking you to do anything. I'm just putting out a fact. And I know it stares y'all because how can you live a lie for so long and then relegate yourself to something you're very unsure of when living a lie has become comfort? You dig what I'm saying? When you live a lie for so long, how can you wrap your head around it being a lie? It's become natural, as unnatural as it is. So look up Yeonmi Park, look at the killing fields, listen to what's being said. Bustamante, the guy of the CIA, you know, the guy with the hippie. There's a gentleman. Somebody shared it to me, and I was like, I don't want to see that shit. He shared this to me, right? And he says, and when I saw who it was, I was like, oh, I know what he's talking about, because I think this guy, he tried for the CIA or some shit like that. If I remember right. The Saint. That's all he's going to say. There's somebody that I guess he tried for the CIA. Who knows what part he's playing? So somebody said, check it out. I didn't watch it. I already knew. The moment I watched, because I watch Sean Ryan, I watch a lot of individual platforms to see what's going on in the world of peekaboo. And I think it's an hour and 53 minutes. If you want to check it out, Check it out. From what I hear, he's pointing out some very it's veterans who told me some magnificent facts. Okay, the saint, just like I think that's what it says. Let me see what I pull the saint. All right. Excuse me. The page. I'm not saying subscribe or not subscribe. It is actually the saint. Let me pull it up here. I'm not subscribed to the motherfucker. I don't give a fuck about all that because I don't trust none of these worthless niggas not from now these days, born in the 90s and fucking shit like that. You motherfuckers will have to show me literally. And when I say show me, I ain't talking about no triple. I know if you double agent around the back, and the best thing to do is like some individuals have made a choice to stay the fuck away from me because I will fold you. But now, as far as guaranteed and drink and eat of you, but as far as these motherfuckers, yeah. Y'all need to know these things. Y'all need to know these things. So if you want to check it out, check it out. Okay? You're living in a bad time. Well, you always have been. And living so many lives. That's why it's important to talk about certain things. Tartary, this, that, da. Because even before that, there's other shit. But you got to walk baby steps. All right? You got to take some fucking baby steps. And how is it that everybody fighting is being led by the motherfuckers that don't do no fighting? How do you let actors put you in such a strong fucking delusion? Well, that's a hellified spell, ain't it? And if you don't believe that you're under a spell, then at least know the fuck you are. Okay? Because the reality is stranger than fiction. Look into that stuff. Regardless of what the fuck I said here is meaningless. Look into it, see what you compile, what's relevant to you, what makes sense. All right? Because see, to the little monkeys, they're already in them fields and they don't even know it. That's some fucked up shit. Make choices, y'all. Make better choices. Trust me when I tell you, they can convince motherfuckers that hot water is ice. Don't be that one easily convinced. All right? See y'all later.